Hey, what's up guys? COE33 here with my sister Leaf.
Hey guys!
And of course, Oscar. We're in the workshop with another DIY gaming project. This time we're going to take this $5 storage locker that we got at a Goodwill and give it some custom Resident Evil theming. This is going to be used as a display cabinet for all our Resident Evil games and memorabilia. We're going to paint it and we're going to put a light on the inside of it. And then we're going to take this PlayStation that we got at a garage sale and make sure it works. We're going to test it first, and then we're going to paint it and put the Umbrella logo on top. So this should be a pretty fun project, and definitely something that's going to be a cool addition to the game room. So why don't we get started? We have the PlayStation hooked up to our test screen here. We have a copy of Resident Evil 3 in there, and Leaf, if you want to do the honors, press that power button and see if this works. Okay, great. So we know that works, and we can go ahead and disassemble that and paint it. But before we do that, we're going to work on this storage locker. I think we'll do the PlayStation in part 2. This will be a two-part project, I should say, and we'll go ahead and do the storage locker in part 1, and then we'll do a custom paint job on the PlayStation in part 2. And then at the end of that video, we'll put everything in the game room and show you what it looks like. So why don't we get started prepping this storage locker, and we'll get it all ready for some primer and some paint. Before we begin, I wanted to give you a rundown of what we're going to do to the storage locker. We're going to remove these stickers, we're going to remove this plaque, we're going to remove all the hardware, we're going to do some light sanding. It is press board, so we can't get too carried away with the sanding or it'll just start disintegrating on us. And I'm probably going to fill in these screws here with some wood filler and sand that down, just because it's kind of damaged up here, and I don't plan on taking this apart ever, so I'd rather have a nice smooth top, and I'm not too worried about covering up those screws. So why don't we go ahead and get started? We just got done removing all the hardware. We took off the door, we sanded the cabinet down, applied some wood filler up here to the top, and what we'll do is let that dry, and then we'll come back out here and add a layer of primer and let that dry, and then come out here and paint the whole cabinet. Alright guys, I just finished painting the locker, and I was going for kind of an old metal finish, so I actually did 3 different layers of paint. What I did is I started with a light coat of white primer, and then a coat of gray paint, followed by a coat of textured kind of metallic brown to give it some highlights, so it looked like kind of an old rusted metal locker. And I think it came out pretty good. I'm definitely happy with it. It has that look I was going for. And what I'm going to do now is apply a layer of clear coat to this to help protect the paint job, and then tomorrow I'll come out here and put the hardware back on and then add a few custom Resident Evil touches to finish it off. It's been 24 hours and the clear coat has dried, and I reassembled the storage locker and put the hardware back on. And what I'm going to do now is take this little plaque, which was yellow before, I actually spray painted it silver, and I'm going to insert this Umbrella logo that I printed out on some glossy photo paper, and that's going on the front of the locker here. And then on the inside, where the scratched up mirror is, I'm going to insert this ID tag that I put together in Photoshop. This is Dr. James Marcus. He was one of the founding members of Umbrella, and he was the research director, I believe, worked on Project Nemesis and the T-Virus, and that's going on the inside of the locker along with this little LED light. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, we are done with this part of the project. We put that Umbrella logo there, and that looks legit. Definitely like that. Nice and clean and very cool. And then on the inside of the cabinet, we've got the LED light, which will do a good job of showing off our Resident Evil games and memorabilia, and we got our ID tag there in the door. So this part of the project is done. In part 2, we will take care of that custom Resident Evil PlayStation. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye!